Carbonites Gaming.
Welcome back, Knights, to another Summoner's War video with myself, TorchHealer. Figured I'd give you something in the background to watch while I introed a little bit. Figured I'd give this a shot. Let me know how it goes. Anyways, so we've been looking at TOA. We've looked at the Fee or the Dude boss, as well as teams in order to get you through the stages 1 through 9 on each floor. So with that, I know boss stages can be a little more difficult, and each boss stage kind of has its own little quirk as to what to do to deal with it. So we actually had somebody jump into the Carbonites Discord, which I'm sure Poseidon will link in the description, asking how to get through a certain floor. So it's on TOA Hard this month, which that's fine. Once again, as you can see, I don't complete TOA Hard. I was tinkering around with a new monster that I got that I will probably show you guys right here. But anyways, so he was wondering TOA Hard 50 with the Woonsa. Alright, so let's check out what he's offering. So there's two, is that Rahul? That's not Rahul, is it? Don't be Rahul. It's Rahul. So two Rahul, two Icarus, or Icaris, as well as the Woonsa, right? So the Woonsa is going to steal benefit or beneficial effects, your immunity, as well as your whatever else you have for a beneficial effect. So the big thing is to control the Woonsa, right? Now TOA Hard, obviously it's a little harder than normal, or just be TOA normal. But let's see what we can do here to maybe give somebody else an idea here. And now, if you're having problems with certain bosses in TOA, leave it in the comments. A lot of them, at least for TOA normal, I have some pretty solid teams that work for them. I know the Artemil, it's actually the one that I'm on now that I haven't really tried working on. The Artemil team. Let's see who's with you. So there's the Light, whatever bear, Archajan, there's the Xingzhe, and the Artemil. Now, all of them counterattack, all of them can do some good damage. There's stuns, there's defense breaks, there's strips. So that one I know can be a big pain in the butt for a lot of people. So I figured TOA reset's coming right up pretty quickly. So I usually rush through that. Not rush through it, but I get through it fairly quickly. So I'll show this one probably next week, or I'll do the female boss. So let me know down in the comments which one would help more, showing you how to beat this team on a TOA normal setup, or showing you how to beat the second boss. But anyways, let's get back to the video at hand here. So we're going down to level 50. Woonsa. Now, for those of you that are looking, I was pulling some scrolls for some fodder. I was leveling stuff up for one of the current events going on. I had a blessing, popped a scroll, lightning, wasn't paying attention, and it gave me the choice between Beth, the water, whatever the hell she is, Hell Knight, or Hell Lady, and my dream monster. So I ended up taking my Varad. I got my Varad probably 3 days ago now, it'll be 4 days from when this video comes out. So pretty excited. I've been tinkering around with him. Not very good rune setup on him, but I will be stealing runes from other monsters to make him a bit better. I need a bit more HP and a bit more accuracy when bad, and some speed. But he's a defense setup. So let's take a look at what we're going to do to beat this team, right? So we're going to go, like I usually do, free to play. So all my monsters are free to play. Trust me, when you play for 4 years, you do have the chance of getting some pretty good stuff. So once again, it gives you reason to keep playing the game. So we're going to keep Fran, we're going to keep Lauren, and we're going to keep Jane, whatever you want to call her. Now, a lot of people would want to put Vertiheal in here, right? You have attack bar reduction with Fran and with Lauren. You have the, what's it called? Provoke with Jean, and you can keep cycling your turns with Vertiheal. Not a bad idea. But who do you put with Vertiheal? Right? So all the monsters here right now are fusible or farmable. You can't put the damage over time or dots onto the main bosses. So we need somebody with a bit more damage. We could use Baliger. I don't think it's going to work. Who else could we use? We could use Crow. But we want to make sure that we're staying alive, right? So we can give this a try. The team that the gentleman asked me on our Discord, his name is Vclips. If you're watching this, thanks for getting a hold of us in the old Discord there. It was kind of fun to help out. Hopefully it worked out for you. So he had a Varad. Obviously I would recommend Varad. Really good crowd control. But once again, you could use a Veramos. You could use a lot of things here, right? You want that crowd control. So for me, I'm going to try this team out. I usually manual TOA hard bosses just because, once again, it's a free-to-play account, so I don't really have the rune set to just all willy-nilly let them go buck wild on me. So let's start it up, right? Obviously, once you get the provokes, see who you get provokes on. Everybody. Perfect. Now we can start focusing down on whoever has the defense break, right? Hopefully get a couple crits. See if we can get rid of you. Perfect. Next. Right? So the reason I'm going to take out one of the what the hell are they called? I don't know. This guy. The guy I'm hitting now. They do have a defense break, as well as stuns. So I don't really want to put up with that. So we'll take him out. Once again, Crow is an amazing monster. If you haven't built a Crow, I know one of my last videos taught Poseidon that, a Crow is something that, is something worth having, right? Easy to get, farmable, and definitely not, not going to hurt you in any way to have. So let's see if he can just, boop, get rid of him. Now we're down to one monster, right? What happens when you're down to one monster, especially in TOA hard? You can first skill. We have two monsters that reduce attack bar on first skill. We have one monster that increases our attack bar on first skill. So we don't need to be using second and third skills and kind of waste them, because now we have everything set up for this next wave. Next wave, so the Charlotte is going to be a pain in the ass. Attack bar reduction for us, attack bar increase for them, as well as that sleep. So she sleeps you, obviously you get a second turn, or she gets another turn, and then she can actually proc out of that provoke very easily. So, in my opinion, TOA hard is about picking the monsters you want to get rid of first, and then getting rid of them, right? With the provoke on the Yan Hong, or the light Chasun, as most people would call it, the light sky dancer, it's a lot easier to deal with her, in my opinion, and with that provoke, she's useless. It's just a first skill hit that isn't going to do a whole lot, right? So it might glance our Jean, which is fine. So, once we work our way through this, hold on to that provoke as long as we can. Just bop you down. And then, first skill. So, don't need to put the provoke on. The plan is that this Yan Hong is never going to get a turn, right? So I know with Vclips, however you pronounce it, he had a Feng Yan as well as a Varad. So I obviously suggested Feng Yan and Varad, because you have defense breaks, you've got attack bar reduction, and they all scale off of defense, right? So I was trying to help him out with some defense monsters. Let's see who we can get here. Got everybody except for that main boss, right? So that Woonsa still has all his skills available. So the plan is going to be to not let him move, right? So try and get some big damage in. Perfect. So what he can do is, if you haven't looked at his skill setup, so that first skill can sleep me, which I don't want. That second skill can remove beneficial effects as well as block them. The third skill's the one that really hurts. So it steals the HP according to his max HP. Now you gotta remember, this is TOA hard. They have a lot more hit points than what you would think, as well as increases the attack bar of allies if he steals beneficial effects. We don't want him to steal our beneficial effects for that reason. So now my Jean was taking a bit of a beating, so let's protect her up, get a bit of a heal up there. Once again, keep that turn cycling going. If that main boss doesn't get a turn, he can't do anything. One scary thing is that this Raoul on the left side there doesn't have his provoke. But if all goes well, I should be able to get this boss pretty close to done. There we go. So that is the power of Crow, right? I have 1 damage dealer and essentially 2 support, and then 2 attack bar manipulation, right? So they're helping me get those turns to my damage dealer, as well as lowering the amount of turns that the enemy is taking. So that's a TOA hard 50 with the Wunsa kind of boss stage. Not too much of a problem, right? So once again, all monsters farmable, fusible, buildable for everybody. So if you didn't watch last week's video, we can take a look at some of these monsters. So who did I have in there? I had Vertiheel. Where's my Vertiheel? So if you didn't see the stats, I'll go back. So 100% crit rate, that's it, right? So slow, minimal defense, minimal attack, minimal HP. And he's still carrying me through there. Because if he doesn't have the chance to be hit, he doesn't have the chance to be killed, right? So that's something that everybody should be kind of looking into. I'll show you the runes. So he's a 5-star speed rune that's at 12% or at plus 12. A crit rate 5-star rune. It's up plus 15 because I needed the extra crit rate. And an attack rune that's plus 12. That's also 5-star. All right, so those are my 246s. 135s. Once again, 15% HP, not bad. No crit rate on that rune. 20% crit rate, minimal speed. Not a bad rune for him. Could use a bit more speed, but obviously I would not put that much effort in. This is a good rune. A lot of it went into attack, which isn't bad, but it's only a hero rune, so I'm not going to re-app it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I could use it on another monster, but it does give him a little bit of damage when I hit with him. Alright, so that's Vertiheel. Nothing super, super special. Who else did we have? We had Jean. So my Jean, John, whatever, is on 3 different sets, right? Revenge, Nemesis, and Will. The only reason I have her on Will is because if she's provoked or anything on that first turn, she's not going to be useless to help me. Or she's going to be useless to help me. So the Revenge is nice because she can stun on her first skill. Will is nice because it's Will. And the Nemesis, right? So I don't have her on Violent because if I put that shield up on her, it means I want her to keep it. I don't want her to Violent out of it. But when she doesn't have that shield, when she's taken that big damage, it's just increasing her attack bar. So that gives her, once again, more turns. She can provoke more, and then she can get that shield up, and I can have somebody else come behind and heal her up. Right? So 5-star speed rune, that's actually max this time. HP percent with an innate speed rune, or speed sub, which I don't know. It is what it is. I could use a better rune, but I don't have one on her. And another HP rune. Once again, not very much speed. So I'm guessing I get some speed out of here. Not really. Speed, some HP substats is bad, or isn't bad. This is a pretty okay rune. I wonder if I could toss a... Do I have a speed? I do. I could get that up into like the low 20s, 21, 22. I'll leave it where it is for now. But HP substats, really good for somebody that's there to just take hits, right? Defense and HP, that's what we need. And then, once again, some good speed on this rune, and some HP and some defense, right? So, all in all, those are her stats. Once again, not overly speedy, but does have just shy of 40,000 hit points. Not as much defense as I'd like, but she survives, right? She can protect herself. Fran, once again, I do have an attack rune on her. I showed this one last week, just because she does heal off of her attack power. I don't use it for anything else. I just use it for dungeons and whatever. Right? So speed, HP, an attack, and then some substats. That's not bad. I could use that probably on a different monster if it had better speed. Could probably use that on a different monster if it had better speed. And that's not a bad rune. That's not a bad will rune for me, right? Lauren, once again, some good speed, not a whole lot of anything else. And I do have her on Nemesis as well, because she's going to reduce attack bar. She gets a bit of damage to her. She can help slow down somebody coming up next. So she'll be speed, defense, HP. Perfect. Not a problem. Once again, speed, HP substats. Doesn't really need accuracy, but, all you're using her for is to reduce that attack bar, right? So, mine's got 60%, and it seems to work well. Last monster is Crow. Showed him last week. No sets. Just runes that give him the stats I need, right? So slow. He's got good-ish crit rate. He could use better. Okay crit damage, but he's got attack. Everything's going to be attack, and some crit damage, and attack. And as much crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent as I can get. If I don't have attack percent, I can throw on some more stuff into flat attack. It is going to help. It's not going to help a whole bunch, but it is going to help, right? So those are his 2 4/6s and 1 3 5s. Once again, crit rate, attack, crit damage, and speed. Crit rate, speed. You can't get attack percent on this rune. And crit rate, crit damage, and attack. I could put speed on here, but like I probably said last time, that extra little bit of HP isn't going to hurt him because he's not running a whole lot. So there you go. V-Clips, if you're watching, anybody else that is watching, that is a team that will work for a good number of boss monsters, or boss stages in TOA. I will show either the Artemil or the other boss, the female boss, next week. There's also another one that I know can trip people up, and that is the one with Halphus, the light, what's he called? I don't know. Antares is another one. So, Lich. That light Lich, Halphus, can be a pain in the butt for a lot of people. So I can show you another team that can help him out. Just leave it in the comments below. Jump into our Discord, ask questions. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff for YouTubers. It helps out a ton. And we love hearing from you guys. Also, if you have Twitch, check out twitch.tv/carbon_knights. And whatever else. Facebook, Twitter, Twitterbook, Instag, whatever. I don't know what all we have. Poseidon will put it all down in the links below. Thanks, Poseidon. But yeah, I guess until next time, keep playing the game, keep farming, get those runes up, and keep your shields up. Well, Knights, you made it all the way to the end. You know what that means. You've won the chance to watch another one of our videos, or perhaps even subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.